Hey guys, what's going on? Back to another video, and today I'm going to be predicting the standings for each team in the Eastern Conference next season. We're going to start our way at the bottom and work our way to the top. So starting off at the bottom of the Eastern Conference, we have the Brooklyn Nets. Name one person in this photo. Great job. So they got Michael Porter Jr. and they have Cam Thomas. That's their big talent. That's the best players on the team. How far are they going to get with that? 12 wins. They traded Cam Johnson to the Nuggets for Michael Porter Jr. Should not have done that. Now they have two ball hogs on the team, Cam Thomas and Michael Porter Jr. And then they had 5 first-round picks, by the way. These are all their first-round picks right here. And they didn't get anybody good yet that we know of. Starting the top left right here, that's Nolan Traore. Right here in the middle, Danny Wolf. Right here on the right, this guy's kind of mogging me right now. We got Yegor Demin. Right here, Drake Powell. And right here, Ben Seraph. So, yeah, that's the Brooklyn Nets next season for you. Next up at 14th in the Eastern Conference, I have the Washington Wizards. Last season, they went 18-64. And this offseason, they actually traded Jordan Poole to the Pelicans for CJ McCollum. Let's just go through these pictures of the team here. We got Chris Middleton. Couldn't tell you if I wanted. We got Cam Whitmore. I forgot he's over there now. Who's that? Bub Carrington, Alex Sarr, Corey Kispert. Couldn't tell you if I wanted to. That's AJ Johnson. We got your Bilal Coulibaly. Is this an auto-generated dude? Alright, I might be a casual. Sharif Cooper. Sharif Cooper's actually on a two-way over there. Yeah, who's that? Is that Tristan Vucevic? No clue. Are they really this bad? Alright, next up on the list, at 13th in the Eastern Conference, I have the Charlotte Hornets. LaMelo might be the most light-skinned guy in the NBA. I think the best thing they did this offseason was actually bring in Colin Sexton for... I think it was just for Jusuf Nurkic, which... I don't even know how they did that. But yeah, they got Colin Sexton. He's actually a decent player. Last season, they won 19 games. This season, 22. They were 14th in the Eastern Conference last season, though, so they'll step it up a little bit. But they lost Mark Williams to the Suns. They got Spencer Dinwiddie. They also just lost Nick Smith Jr. He went over to the Lakers. Not a lot of bright spots for this team next season, except for Colin Sexton and Con Knipple. Now, next up on the list, at 12th in the Eastern Conference, I have the Chicago Bulls. They posted this whole video, so that'll just be playing in the background. Last season, they actually won 39 games, and they were 9th in the Eastern Conference. They lost in the play-in, I believe. Yeah, they lost to the Heat, who went on to actually make it to the first round from being the 10th seed. They haven't made any really big moves this offseason. They picked up Isaac Okoro out of free agency, picked up Mohamedou Gay. They drafted Noah Essengay. Yeah, here's Noah Essengay. So if the Bulls are bad next season, it's his fault. Next up on the list, this one might be a little bit controversial. I have the Indiana Pacers at 11th seed in the Eastern Conference. After their amazing finals run last season, Tyrese Halliburton went down, lost Miles Turner. It's just not going to be a good season for them whatsoever. Losing Miles Turner like that after him being on the team, like he's been the longest tenured player there on the Pacers, and not re-signing him after he helped you guys go to the finals. I don't know who was the one who wanted to part ways. Yeah, Miles Turner went to the Bucks now. They don't really have a center, and Tyrese Halliburton's going to be out for the entire season. Last season they went 50-32, went on their finals run. This season they're not going to be able to pull that off again. It's just not going to happen without Tyrese, man. That's the heart of the team right there. I do not think it was this bad. They had James Wiseman tear his Achilles last season, Isaiah Jackson tore his Achilles, and then Tyrese Halliburton. That's 3 Achilles tears for one team is just terrible luck. That is going to be a really big downfall for the Pacers, but yeah, I predict them to be the 11th seed. So next up on the list, we have the Miami Heat. I have them at the 10th seed once again, just like last year. They actually went from the 10th seed to actually making the playoffs, and then they lost to the Celtics in the first round, but wasn't that like the first time a team has gone from the 10th seed and then actually make it into the first round of the playoffs? I think it was. Good job, Heat. But They had their media day, right? I just want you to take a look at what they've been posting for their media day. We have who is this? They got to knock off Tyler Hero. They already got Tyler Hero on the team. Here he is again. Who is this? Is Tyler Hero gone? We got Jaime Jaquez and this guy again. Who are you? I swear to God, if that's him in the background. It's Jaime Jaquez. Here's Bam Adebayo. What does this workout? It's Andrew Wiggins. Okay. Here's Tyler Hero, but this. Why did they not? Okay, they have Norman Powell now. They have Andrew Wiggins. Who else? Give me a sec. Oh, they actually got Precious Achiuwa out of free agency. I forgot about that. He's gonna be pretty chill. Yeah, but the big thing, they lost Jimmy Butler last season. He went to the Warriors. Oh, he had ankle surgery. That's probably why. That's why he wasn't at media day. He had ankle surgery. He's gonna miss the start of the season. Yeah, they won 37 games last season. Say they won 37 again. Yeah, Norman Powell and Andrew Wiggins though, and Bam Adebayo and Tyler Hero. That's not even that bad of a team. I like it. Next up on the list, at 9th seed in the Eastern Conference, I have the Toronto Raptors. Last season, they went 30-52. They were the 11th seed in the Eastern Conference, but they did have a lot of injuries last season, and they traded for Brandon Ingram. He has yet to play a single game with the Raptors. So hopefully at the start of next season, he's actually going to be able to play his first game with the Raptors after being there since the trade deadline, so January. That's going to be, 9 months of him being on the team. He hasn't. Oh, there he was right there. You guys seen him? They got Mamu off the Spurs. He had a really good game last year. He was really efficient, I remember. Yeah, I predict them at the 9th seed. They could make some noise. Maybe Scotty Barnes always getting better. As long as he doesn't get hurt that much and Brandon Ingram isn't getting hurt either, they can be a pretty good team, especially with Dick. Next up on the list at the 8th seed in the Eastern Conference next season, I have the Boston Celtics. Now, their core has been absolutely demolished since the Jason Tatum injury. But the craziest part about that is, he got injured in May, right, during the playoffs. He got injured in May, 5 months ago, right? It's October 1st. You see that? You probably can. It's October 1st right now, though. And he posted this on his YouTube 3 days ago. He had a surgery the day after he got hurt. He tore his Achilles. That's like the most brutal. Look at him. He tore his Achilles. He's already back on the court working on playing basketball, man. That's great for the Celtics to have like a resilient guy like that. But anyways, this offseason they lost Drew Holiday. He went to the Trailblazers. They lost Kristaps Porzingis. He went to the Hawks. He has AIDS anyway. He'll be fine over there in Atlanta. And they got Anthony Simons, which he's probably not even going to start because Peyton Pritchard. But their starting lineup is looking real weak. They're going to have Peyton Pritchard, Derek White, Jaylen Brown, Chris Boucher, Neemias Queta. Really bad until Jason Tatum comes back. Is that Bill Nye? Well, in the middle of me recording this, I just got word that Quentin Grimes actually just re-signed with the 76ers for only 1 year on an $8.7 million contract. That's great, man. I don't want him on my team for trillions of dollars. Thank you, Quentin Grimes. All right, next up on the list at the 7th seed in the Eastern Conference, I have the Detroit Pistons. Last season, they went 44-38. They were 6th in the Eastern Conference. They played against the Knicks in the first round and they lost. I really wanted them to win that. They definitely could have done it. Okay, there's a guy on the team named TJ Bickerstaff. Is their coach not JB Bickerstaff? Of course. They still have Asar Thompson. They have Jalen Duren and Jaden Ivey. They're all still getting better. Pistons could be a really good team. All right, next up on the list at the 7th seed in the Eastern Conference, I have the Atlanta Hawks. Now, these two could honestly be interchangeable, the Hawks and the freaking Pistons. I think the Pistons could honestly be better than them. I might have to move them up to the 7th seed. But yeah, I have the Hawks. Here's their new core: Trae Young, Jalen Johnson, and Kristaps Porzingis. Last season they went 40-42. They were 8th in the Eastern Conference. Yeah, they lost to the Heat in the play-in. But this team has like just great depth. Trae Young, Dyson Daniels, Onyeka Okongwu, Zachary Risache. They got Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Kristaps Porzingis. They also got Luke Kennard. They got Caleb Houston. They got Charles Bassey. Oh, they got Asa Newell. Yeah, next up on the list at the 5th seed in the Eastern Conference, I have the Orlando Magic. Now this duo right here, Franz Wagner and Paulo Banchero, that's a great duo right there. That's the future of the NBA. Orlando Magic, they're a really good team. Brought in Desmond Bane. Here's Desmond Bane with his incredibly short arms. What? Okay, their team kind of falls off after a little bit, but they drafted Jace Richardson and Noah Penda. Jace Richardson's going to be pretty chill. Last season they went 41-41. They broke even. They were 7th in the Eastern Conference. They lost in the first round of the Celtics. I mean, what could you do against a healthy Celtics team? Yeah, this offseason they got a lot better. They did give up a lot of picks for Desmond Bain. A few picks too many, if you ask me. And here's their new uniforms. They're all right. There's Wendell Carter Jr. Got Tyus Jones. I don't know what he's looking for. Yeah, great team here. 5th seed in the Eastern Conference. Next up on the list at the 4th seed in the Eastern Conference, I have the Milwaukee Bucks. Now here's one of the greatest players of our generation right here, Giannis Antetokounmpo. This offseason they brought in Miles Turner, but they did lose Damian Lillard because he went back home, took a vacation to Milwaukee, came back to Portland. They got Cole Anthony. They got Amir Coffey. When did that happen? How could I forget the best part of their offseason? Thanasis is back. Thanasis Antetokounmpo is back on the Milwaukee Bucks. Last season they went 48-34. They were 5th in the Eastern Conference, and they lost in the first round of the Pacers. They replaced Brook Lopez with Miles Turner, which is a huge upgrade if you ask me. But yeah, 4th seed next season, 1st round elimination. Next up on the list at the 3rd seed in the Eastern Conference, I have the Cleveland Cavaliers. Remember their undefeated streak from last season? That was a great run they had. But they couldn't show up in the playoffs. Lost in the 2nd round to the Pacers after they got a free round in the 1st because they had to play against the 10th seeded Heat. Last season they were 64-18, 1st in the Eastern Conference. Last season they were 64-18, 1st in the Eastern Conference, lost in the 2nd round to the Pacers. They brought in Thomas Bryant. Oh, they got Lonzo Ball, actually. That's a pretty good addition. Anyways, yeah, I think they'll have a good regular season again, but they're just not going to show up in the playoffs again. Last year, Evan Mobley actually won Defensive Player of the Year, so yeah, he might do even better, win another one. Unless Wemby's healthy, then. Alright, next up at the 2nd seed in the Eastern Conference, I have the New York Knicks. This is actually the 76ers' first game in the preseason. Actually, tomorrow as I'm recording this, that's why I had to get this video done today. And yeah, here's the New York Knicks. I predict them to be the 2nd seed. This is what happened to the Knicks in the Eastern Conference Finals. Anyways, last season they went 51-31, made it to the Eastern Conference Finals. You know what happened to them. The offseason they got Gershon Yabusele from the 76ers. Former 6th Man of the Year Malcolm Brogdon. Brought back Landry Shamet. They got Alex Len, Trey Jemison. They could go to the Eastern Conference Finals. Hey, Eastern Conference Finals, Knicks 76ers? What are we thinking? And finally, at the 1st seed in the Eastern Conference next season, totally unbiased, Philadelphia 76ers.
My teammates just kept fighting, but they stood up, so we stood with them.
So tough. If this doesn't inspire you, I don't know what will. Anyways, last season they went 24-58, had an absolutely abysmal season, but they did tank and they got VJ Edgecombe, Rookie of the Year right there. I'm calling it right now. VJ Edgecombe will be the 2025-2026 NBA season Rookie of the Year. We were 13th in the Eastern Conference. That was a terrible season. It was really bad, but this season, 1st seed. And as we saw earlier in the video, Quentin Grimes just re-signed on a 1-year, $8.7 million deal with a qualifying offer, I believe. So at least he's not making as much money as he wanted to, because he would have taken all of the 76ers money if he did that. We addressed our power forward issue because we lost Yabusele to the Knicks. We got Trendon Watford and Jabari Walker. Jabari Walker's on a 2-way. Why is Kyle Lowry and Eric Gordon, matter of fact, still on my team? Kyle Lowry is literally, hold on, he has become an NBA on Prime Video analyst. How is he? You're on the team. Anyways, we have Amani Bates too on a 2-way contract. Drafted VJ Edgecombe, Rookie of the Year right there. Janai Broom also looked incredible in Summer League. Janai Broom's going to be really good. I didn't think he was going to be this good though. Jared McCain's going to be out for the start of the season because he injured his thumb. Freaking lifting too heavy of a weight. And here is your 2025-2026 NBA MVP. Most valuable player will be Joel Embiid. Tyrese Maxey is making an all-NBA team. Defensive Player of the Year right there, Adem Bono. Rookie of the Year, VJ Edgecombe. Oh yeah, these weights right here were way too heavy for Jared McCain. He tore his UCL in his thumb. And I'm lifting 2.5. That's too much for McCain. Y'all gotta chill on that. Oh, how could I forget? We also drafted Hunter Salas. I'm excited to see him. Hey, Hunter Salas, gonna be the GOAT. And then how could you forget? These jerseys right here give us a plus 90 stat boost to everything. We're doing it way better when we got these jerseys on. There's no way we don't go 82-0. Realistically, I say we go 70-12. My totally unbiased prediction for the 2025-2026 NBA Eastern Conference. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please smash the like button and subscribe.